Hi, everyone. My name is Colton Terry, Marketing Director for LandSkyAI, and today we're joined by esteemed Cindy Luu, General Manager for OTSAW, who is revolutionizing the future of logistics and security through artificial intelligence and cutting-edge machines. Today, we're going to be discussing their new multi-purpose robot, Camello Plus. How are you doing today, Cindy?
Oh, fantastic. Thank you for having me, Colton. It's
Of
great to
course.
discuss our new product.
Awesome. So if you would be obliged, you could start to share your screen, and we kind of go through the background and the all the specifics of the Camello Plus.
Okay, we'll do now. Okay. All right, just to start, this is an introduction. OTSAW is a robotics technology company. We basically make robots to do the low-skill, labor-intensive task. Basically, not to replace the human, but basically to augment the workforce, augment the company's workforce so that they're given the flexibility to reallocate their valuable human resources to do more value-added work. So certain parts of our work, the mundane work, dirty, dangerous, jobs, could be better done with a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are in several verticals. We have robots for security, we have robots for material handling, delivery, and we have cleaning robots and disinfection robots. So OTSAW has 3 locations. We're headquartered in Singapore. Most of our products are made in Singapore, and one is made in Germany. And we also have offices in Munich, Germany, and also Boston, Massachusetts, where I'm based.
Awesome.
So just to give you a general idea, we have 3 regional offices. We have global partners throughout the world, in the US, in Europe, in Asia, and we have almost 1,000 robots deployed globally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So as an introduction, this is the Camello Plus. This, as you mentioned, this is a multi-purpose robot. It's one robot with multiple functions. It can serve as a delivery robot and can also serve as a security robot. As you can see here, this one is a security robot and this one as a delivery robot. And the cool thing about this robot is interchangeable module. One robot, but can be used for multiple applications.
Mm-hmm.
So this interchangeable module with the same platform for delivery and platform for security. But this module could be changed out. So one robot, multi-purpose.
Awesome. And if we go back just one slide,
Sure.
So with the Camello Plus, I just want to backtrack to a previous robot that you guys had before, just the Camello. So how did OTSAW over the years get from the Camello to the Camello Plus, and like the changes or the design focus of how OTSAW really came to this solution?
So over the years, we've talked to a lot of customers regarding our robot. Mentioned, I guess, if you can look at my screen in the back, actually, yeah, we're presenting. Anyway, the Camello Plus is replacing the current existing Camello. And the thing with the current Camello, it is limited by 1 compartment or 2 compartments. And over the years, as we talk to end users, they've always asked for multiple compartments, or can your robot do this or do that. So basically we came up with the solution is, rather than every time redesigning the robot to accommodate, we just have one platform, and the only part that needs to be redesigned to customize to our the customer's application is just the module. So that provides us with a lot of flexibility and increase our speed as well to address a customer's need.
Yes, and if the end user changes applications, the ability to actually invest in a product that has the base, but if they want to change applications, change the module.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right. They invest in a platform, Camello platform, and then as the need changes, they can easily change that out. And they mainly just have to change out the module.
Great.
And so these are the different modules that we offer based on the customers we've spoken to. Different verticals may have different needs. So we have a standard module, And then we have our pharmacy module, which consists of 6 compartments, 6 drawers or 12 drawers compartments. And we have our mesh design, where it's, for biomedical and biohazard waste transportation. And then we also have, could be used for surgical tool transportation. And then our compartment could be used also for on-demand meals. These have customized shelves in there, and you can basically put trays of food in there, and the robot can make the deliveries.
Awesome.
So, for example, like the pharmacy, you have 6 drawers or 12 drawers. Now you can have one robot making 6 to 12 deliveries on one trip.
Mm-hmm.
So it provides a lot more efficiency to the use of these robots.
And also liability to staff carrying heavy materials, the biohazardous materials, anything that you kind of want out of touch for the given staff would be a great application. In your experience, I know this is a new product, but has there been a more popular application between these 6 modules other than one or the other?
Yes. So as we are talking to customers, since we've debuted this robot in February, actually end of January, early February at the Dubai Arab Health Show, we've gotten a lot of interest, specifically from healthcare clients, hospitals, in particular the pharmacy department. Because pharmacy department, they are struggling with finding labor, pharmacy technicians to make deliveries. So they can't find enough people to make deliveries. So they're very interested in our robot, especially now that we offer multiple compartments, 6 compartments, 12 compartments. So it's a very attractive module, attractive product for them. Sorry about that.
No, you're totally fine.
And then we also have gotten from hospitals, food and nutrition department as well, because nowadays some hospitals, they do on-demand meals. As patients get admitted to hospitals, they can order their meal, and then they need to make deliveries for these meals. And instead of sending someone to make these deliveries, they can send a robot to make the delivery.
Exactly. And a lot of healthcare facilities have multiple buildings, so being able to go between multiple buildings in the building, the ceiling for the use cases for how far this robot can actually go seem to be limitless.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you touched on a very important point about this. A very attractive feature about this robot as well is that it is both an indoor and outdoor robot. So not only can it make deliveries within a building, multi-story deliveries, as it can integrate with access doors, automatic doors, and elevators, it can also travel on the sidewalk and then go to the next building to make deliveries. So that's the key feature of this robot, both an indoor and outdoor delivery robot. And then also, don't forget the other component is the security robot. It can function as a security robot, doing perimeter patrol of a campus, of building environment, and also, doing indoor patrolling as well.
Yeah, and actually, luckily, I actually got to see and demo the original Camello robot, and actually see it assimilate into a lot of people walking around it, and being able to see this product drive around throughout people and really kind of go with the flow of people walking and not getting people's way, really made me believe in the ability for this robot to be in unity with how people work in the healthcare space, and not necessarily be a burden or be something that's in the way. It's very, very like casual about how it rolls around people and able to get around. So that was very, very impressive for me.
Right. Yeah, this is, once the robot starts like working in the hospital, it just becomes one of your team member, and people learn to work with the robot, and it's just, they embrace the technology once they can see the value the robot can bring to their department.
For sure.
Actually, I have a video here if you would like to see it of this.
Yes, of course.
Okay, I'll start this. So here, we talked about the robot being multi-purpose. Just to give you an idea, what are some of the use cases for these robots? We've highlighted a few industry, particularly healthcare. I'll go to more of that, where the Camello could be used in healthcare. Pharmacy, picking up pharmacy and delivery from a pharmacy, medical, picking up medical and biohazard waste. And in the commercial industry, where it could be used to deliver for maybe perhaps like an Uber Eat, making food deliveries, making deliveries within a university campus. That could be it. And also for perimeter patrol in any of these environments. And then in the hospitals, could be used for delivery of luggages as well. Also as a concierge in a sense, sometimes airports will want to serve their passengers when they're stuck at the airport for an extended period of time. They can use the robot to deliver some refreshments for their passengers. And in particular, when you talk about, look at healthcare, where can you use Camello Plus? You can use it in pharmacy, perimeter patrol, laundry, on-demand meals, medical and biohazard waste delivery, and surgical tools. Anything, basically, whatever you can think of, we can always customize the module.
Yeah, in my head, I'm thinking, would there be any items that the Camello Plus couldn't carry? And as at least in healthcare, I'm having a really hard time trying to find an item that the Camello Plus could not transport from A to B.
Yeah, not in particular. I mean, unless it's a very, very hazardous chemical or something, then we will have to rethink it. But, really can carry anything, basically. Yeah. So the key features and benefits, you've mentioned some of them earlier, the autonomous navigation. Once you have defined the area that you want the robot to operate in, we will map it out, and then the robot can basically be dispatched to make deliveries. And then it has 4 cameras providing you with a 360-degree view of the environment. Then the battery lasts, 6 to 8 hours, and it takes about 1.5 hours to 3 hours to charge, depending. We have options to upgrade as well, And then we have the emergency stop button, and in terms of safety, the robot has ultrasonic sensors all around, and also a bumper contact switch, which will stop the robot in case it hits anything. But it shouldn't, because it has all these cameras, 3D cameras in front and back, ultrasonic sensors, LiDAR, to help it to navigate and see obstacles. Okay.
I also see something really important is the live audio and two-way intercom, as well as broadcast messages. So from talking to end users, especially in the security realm, for security patrols, having two-way intercoms and broadcast messages is a hit almost every time. The ability to broadcast that somebody shouldn't be in an area, and or be able to talk with someone in need on a two-way intercom within the robot is very impactful.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. And this is why we have included this feature on the Camello Plus. Now, previous model, we don't have the live two-way intercom, and that was the feedback that we got from our customers, is that it would be great if we have that, and that's why we included it in the Camello Plus. Okay, but we do have the broadcast messages in the current model. It's just not the two-way intercom. And then with the LCD digital touchscreen display, we have enlarged it. The current model has 5-inch. This one will have 7-inch, so it's bigger. And we have both a contact charging, plug-in charging, or wireless charging option for this robot. Standard is plug-in and contact charging. And
I was going to butt in and just kind of talk about the LCD display. How kind of easy to use is the UI of the user interface of that LCD display for, say, any given healthcare worker that has to work with this robot?
It's very, very easy. It's a very simple display. It's not complicated at all. And also, we mentioned that the robot will make pharmacy deliveries, right? These have to be very secure delivery, right? And so what they will use is, they could put a one-time password, passcode on this to open the compartment, or they can use the app that we have to scan the QR code to open this compartment. Everything will have instructions on the phone app or on the touch panel.
Okay, great.
And mention, the multi-story capabilities and multi-terrain. These wheels are different than the ones that we have in our existing Camello. These are much gentler on the floor indoor. What we found is, with our current model, when we're indoor, it could cause some wear and tear in the carpet. So that's why we changed it to these tires, these wheels, and these are differential drive as well. So it gives a lot more fluidity in terms of movement. The movement on this Camello Plus is a lot smoother than our current one. Yeah.
And being able to crab walk in tiny corners is almost pivotal for being in healthcare and being in a hospital situation. The robot not getting stuck is very, very important.
Right. Well, I just want to correct, that's not really crab walk, but in terms of the turning is much more fluid and more agile.
Okay.
Okay. And with the security robot here, it will have the addition of a built-in flashing light and also audible siren alarm.
Awesome.
Okay. That's additional features for the security robot.
And would you be able to say if a end user would like to have the delivery robot going between buildings, giving transporting deliveries, to have the option to have the sirens on the delivery on a delivery robot as well?
Yes, we can definitely customize that.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing is, with us, we can customize the robots to the need of the end user. Right.
Awesome.
So we've gone through some of these already, so I'll just skip through these. Okay. And then just to discuss, how does the Camello work? How does it really work? So let's say in the healthcare environment for the last mile delivery process, from the hub, the dispatch center, you will have a dashboard and the fleet management control system, a dashboard to dispatch an order. So basically, you will load it onto the compartment assign a compartment, load the item, designate who is sending the item, and then who is receiving the item. And then you basically dispatch the robot to the sending station. All right. Oh, sorry, to the collection point, where it's supposed to be collected. And the end user basically will get a notification on their phone. However we want to set it up, it could be a tablet, a designated tablet at, for example, at a nursing station. And they will get a notification that an order has been dispatched to their nursing station. And then the robot will proceed. They could track where the robot is at all times. And then once the robot arrives at the collection point, the staff will receive a notification on the application that the robot has arrived. Please come pick up your package. So with that, the staff member can unlock the compartment using, by scanning the QR code or entering a one-time password, or we can set up maybe using the access card to open. So again, these could be customized.
And does the robot need to arrive at its final destination for the ability to open the compartment, or can somebody override that process by access keying the compartment to open before it gets to its final destination?
It needs to get to the destination, and then it will generate the QR code for you to open.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then once you scan it, everything is qualified. Then the compartment will open, and then you retrieve your package, and then the door will close on its own, and the robot will move on to the next delivery.
Okay, great. And one more question: are there any limitations with any current healthcare infrastructure that would make some of this integration difficult, according to, other integrations that you successfully had?
I would say the main thing would be to look at, whether they have automatic doors, right? If it were to make deliveries within a building, if it's a manual door, the robot cannot open the door. So it needs to be an automatic door so that we can integrate with it. And also if it's an elevator, that needs to integrate with, the age of the elevator. It's a very old elevator. It may need to have some hardware install to enable the integration. So
Mhm.
we work closely with the customers, the clients, elevator vendors to understand, the elevator and what types of work needs to be updated or upgraded in order to enable the integration. So those are, I think, the main ones. And I always like to emphasize that when a client deploys a robot, it's not a matter of just putting a robot in their workflow and voila, it will work. No, you really have to understand your workflow and make some changes to basically include this robot into your workflow as your team member. Yeah, and to ensure the success.
Exactly.
So I think, I'll skip through this part, but mainly, with why do you buy a Camello? It's basically with interchangeable module, you now can have a robot that can work 24/7, 365, rather than having one human working only one shift, all right? Now you can have a robot doing all 3 shifts. And this long-term cost efficiency and it's easy to scale, as you mentioned, not only just one robot, you can continue to add as your need requires. And you definitely increase your productivity.
Yep. And I always have this conversation always, which is the cost of human labor is always going up and the cost of technology is always going down. So
Exactly.
constantly.
With the way the economy is, with labor shortage, high labor costs, this thing is not a short-term problem. It's going to be a long-term problem. If you look at the way our the demographics, our birth rate has gone down significantly, half of what it was before in 1960, right?
Mhm.
And we have baby boomers retiring. We will have a huge labor shortage. And then with labor costs, it just keep on going up. You're not going to see labor costs coming down. And
Exactly.
you said, as there's wider adoption of robots, the cost of this technology will continue to come down. So right now we're sort of at an inflection point where the cost of the technology is so low that it makes sense to start looking at it.
Mm-hmm. And I think that a point you hit on very early in the presentation was these things aren't here to take jobs, but especially in healthcare, you need someone doing these tasks. You need someone doing these bottom of the barrel tasks to keep the ship running. And for these robots to fill the gaps to make the most efficient healthcare environment possible will lead to patients getting the best possible care that they can get. And that's what makes this really important.
Absolutely. You touch on a very important point, is that, a lot of hospitals, they have a lot of positions, vacancies that they can't fill, especially since the pandemic. Like for a pharmacy technician, I've been told that there's been a 4-fold increase in the vacancies. They just can't find people to fill those positions. What ends up happening is now pharmacists are the one acting as runners as well to make deliveries, and they get burned out. They're also dropping out of the workforce.
Yeah.
I was told that enrollment in pharmacy school has dropped 25 to 50%. So they anticipate in 5 to 7 years, there's going to be a huge staffing crisis. So that's why a lot of pharmacists, pharmacy departments are starting to look at, how do we automate this? How do we grab those valuable human resource we have back from doing these mundane work and putting them on the floor.
Yep.
Basically, doing more value added work.
And for end users, you do not want to wait till the problem is at your doorstep to invest in the technology.
Right.
That it just makes it a lot more dramatic, like getting it working, getting it integrated. You want to do the preventative investing to be able to make sure that these gaps are filled for when those roles aren't filled in the future.
Right. Yeah, there's a very interesting saying that I like to repeat, is like, you know the problem now, whether you do something about it now, right, and fix the problem, or you don't do anything, right, or you hope for the best. And hope is not a strategy,
Exactly.
So, so it's just right now we have a solution. We can start using it, learning it, and keep on improving it. As our CEO likes to say, robotics is a journey. We are not there yet. We're not where we can do everything for our end user, but we can do some parts of their work very well. and then slowly we can improve, and maybe we can do more and more.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And then as we do it, we learn more, and we can keep on improving.
100%.
So as I mentioned, I mean, this is a new robot. This is going to be available, commercially available in August, where we'll be sending out our first delivery. So we can take orders now, pre-orders, and make the delivery in the fall, Q3, Q4 of this year.
Okay, great. And if anybody wants to see the capabilities of the robot, are there opportunities to see it online, in person? Basically, what is the steps for somebody viewing this video to take the next steps in getting in touch and seeing the value of this?
Yes, definitely. You can come to our website. You can see the robots, and we can also arrange through demos, virtual demos, through our partners like LandSky, right? And explore further. And you can also go out onto our website and go onto our robot configurator. You can configure the robot that you want, and then see.
I've tried that out, and it's very cool.
Yes. So this is our robot configurator. So check it out. You can really definitely play around with it and see the different options that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So let me play these. And we also have a robot base. So in case, there are other robotics company out there that wants to build their own robots,
Mm-hmm.
we offer the robot base. So that could help reduce your product development time significantly. And again, we've learned over the years, and we kept on improving, and that's how we came up with this robot base that we're offering now.
It really gives you guys the ability to scale in many different directions, for many different use cases and applications. Very special stuff. Yes.
Yeah. It's a very exciting industry, and we've gotten a lot of interest in our robots. So we're very excited to be in the North American market now.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Cindy Luu, for presenting on the Camello Plus. I had a great time and learned so much. Is there anything else you would like to say before we go?
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's very exciting. It's a journey, and we hope to be working together with all our partners and our customers.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you, everybody, for viewing and watching the video. If you're interested in learning more, I'll put the link below to how you can reach out to Cindy or myself at LandSkyAI, and have a great week. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.